Ladies and lads, writing the anime story week 2. So last week I told you I was pretty much set with all the beats of the story, beginning, middle, and end. And I was focusing this week on the first part. And then I realized I'm kind of stuck because in order for me to go through and add, well, I was adding a lot of details. Why is this happening? What's the reasoning behind it? What are the things that makes the character do what he's doing? And I'm doing this by asking questions. So the first one is, what is the story behind the character? Before it was something else, but I needed to redo all of that. Like I said last week, I already have my theme set up. That is set in stone. It's not going to change. All I need to do is to make sure that whatever it is that I'm writing, everything connects, everything makes sense. I don't have ideas about certain things that I absolutely want to be implemented in my story. If there are things that do not fit with the message, with what I want to convey, get out of here. I have no problem erasing it, rewriting it. I'm fairly happy myself on that point. Some of the questions that I asked this week were, what is the story behind the main character? What are his beliefs? What does he fear? What does he want versus what does he need? What he went through before we are introduced to him at the beginning of the story. I was also thinking about adding an antagonist. It's just something that popped up in my head during this week. Oh, something that I was not necessarily struggling with, but always battling was, you know, after you watch so many animes, movie, TV shows, you have general ideas, right, about certain type of characters. And as I was thinking about this antagonist, immediately, like a set numbers of ideas came to mind how the story could go if I added that character in my story. And on the other end, I did not want the story to be so predictable. Of course, I realized that you can't necessarily do, especially as a beginner, you can't necessarily do anything super original. The goal is to tell the story the best way possible. And again, that is why I have my theme set, and I always make sure that everything that I add is complementary to make the story better. But I think it's still too early for me to worry about that. I guess it's always something that is going to be in the back of your head and as you're writing a story, but we'll see. This week, I didn't do as much as I thought I was going to do, and it made me realize that, things are going to happen. My life is not always going to be scheduled exactly as I expect it to be. Things are going to pop up and I have to do it. So that's why I want to make sure that every single week I have one of these videos out, just to put some pressure on myself to always try to work on this story.